Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Everyday English with Johnny, your fun place to learn English with simple, easy tips. I'm Johnny, your host, and I'm so excited to be joined by my awesome co-host, Rose. Hi, Rose.
Hi, Johnny. Hi, listeners. I'm super thrilled for today's episode because we're talking about stop translating, start speaking. If you think in your native language before speaking English, this episode will help you talk faster and easier.
Yes, translating in your head makes speaking slow and hard. For example, you want to say, I like coffee, but you think in your language first, so it takes longer. We'll show you how to think in English and speak naturally.
We'll use simple words and examples to explain why translating is a problem, how your brain learns English, and easy ways to practice every day. Plus, we'll share tips to beat fear and stay motivated to keep going.
So, grab a drink, sit back, and let's start. Stay until the end for a fun challenge to boost your speaking. Ready, Rose?
Ready, Johnny? Let's go.
Okay, Rose, let's talk about the big problem. Translating in your head. Why does it make speaking English so hard?
Translating slows you down because you're doing extra work. For example, someone asks, "What's your job?" You think in your native language, translate to English, then speak. By the time you answer, the conversation has moved on.
Yes, it's like running with heavy shoes. You're slow and tired. Translating makes you pause, and that feels stressful. Plus, your sentences might sound wrong because languages are different.
Exactly. In English, we say, "I'm 20 years old." But in some languages, it's like, "I have 20 years." If you translate directly, it sounds strange and not natural.
Another example, in English, we say, how are you? But translating from some languages might give you, how is your health today? It's not how native speakers talk. Translating makes speaking harder.
And it stops English from feeling like your language. Native speakers don't translate. They think in English and talk. For example, they say, "I'm hungry," without thinking twice. We want you to do that too.
Translating also makes you less confident. You worry about mistakes, so you hesitate or stay quiet. That stops you from practicing, and without practice, you don't improve.
Let's list why translating is bad. 1, it makes you slow to answer. 2, it can make sentences sound wrong. 3, it stops you from thinking in English. 4, it lowers your confidence.
Don't worry, listeners, we'll show you how to stop translating and speak easily. But first, let's talk about how your brain learns English.
Johnny, how does our brain learn a new language like English?
Your brain learns English like a skill, not like facts for a test. It's like learning to ride a bike or play soccer. At first, it's hard and feels strange, but with practice, it gets easy and automatic.
Yes, when you start, it's like a baby learning to walk, slow and a bit wobbly. For example, saying, "I like tea," might feel hard at first, but the more you practice, the easier it becomes.
There are two ways to learn, passive and active. Passive learning is when you listen to English songs or watch movies. Your brain hears words like happy or dog and start to know them without effort.
Active learning is when you use English, speaking, writing, or thinking. For example, saying, "I'm eating lunch" out loud helps your brain learn faster than just listening to a song.
If you only listen but don't speak, it's like watching someone ride a bike. You won't learn to ride yourself. You need to talk to make English feel natural, like saying, I see a cat daily.
And here's the cool part. Your brain is made to learn languages. Babies learn by hearing, repeating, and trying, not by translating. For example, a baby hears milk and learns it means the drink, not a word in another language.
When you think in English, like, I want water, your brain makes connections to use words faster. Translating slows those connections because it's an extra step.
Let's say it simply. 1. Your brain learns English like a skill. 2. Passive learning is listening or watching. 3. Active learning is speaking or thinking. 4. Practice makes English automatic, like for babies.
This shows why thinking in English is the key to fluency. Let's share how to stop translating and start thinking in English. Okay, Rose, how can learners stop translating and think in English?
Step 1. Start with simple words. Don't try big sentences yet. For example, see a tree? Think tree, not your language's word. See a cup? Think cup. It's like baby steps to train your brain.
Yes, once you're good with words, try short phrases. For example, instead of translating, I'm brushing my teeth, think directly, I'm brushing my teeth. It gets easier with practice.
Step 2. Talk to yourself in English. Describe your day like, I'm making breakfast. The sun is shining. It might feel funny, but it's a safe way to practice without anyone listening.
I love that. For example, while walking, say, in your head, I'm going to the store. It's a nice day. It trains your brain to think in English naturally.
Step 3. Use pictures, not translations. For example, for dog, don't think of your language's word. Picture a cute dog running. It's how native speakers think, and it's faster.
Step 4, listen and repeat. Play a podcast or video and repeat sentences like, I like to eat pizza. Copy the speaker's voice and tone. It helps you learn natural English patterns.
Step 5. Speak with others. Join an online group or talk to a friend in English. For example, say, Hi, I'm learning English. Real conversations make you think in English without translating.
Step 6, practice daily. Even 5 minutes of thinking or speaking in English helps. For example, think, I need to buy milk while shopping. Small moments add up.
Let's list these steps. 1. Think simple words like tree or cup. 2. Talk to yourself about your day. 3. Use pictures for words, not translations. 4. Listen and repeat sentences. 5. Speak with others in groups or with friends. 6. Practice daily for 5 minutes.
These steps are easy and make thinking in English feel natural. Now, let's talk about how listening and speaking help you stop translating.
Johnny, how do listening and speaking help learners think in English?
Listening is super powerful. When you hear English in songs, podcasts, or movies, your brain learns words naturally. For example, hearing sun in a song like You Are My Sunshine helps you remember it without translating.
Yes, listen actively, not just in the background. For example, play this podcast and focus on words like happy or food. Repeat them out loud to make them stick in your brain.
A great trick? Shadowing. Listen to a sentence like, I'm going to the park, and say it right away. Copy the speaker's tone and speed. It trains your brain to think and speak fast.
Love shadowing. Another tip, speak out loud every day. For example, while eating, say, I'm eating lunch. It's a sandwich. Speaking helps your mouth get used to English words.
Also, find the speaking partner. Use apps like Tandem or Hello Talk to talk to people. For example, say, what's your favorite food? Real talks make you think in English without translating.
And if you don't have a partner, talk to yourself. For example, say, I'm tired today, while getting ready for bed. It's private and builds confidence.
Let's list these listening and speaking tips. 1. Listen to English songs, podcasts, or movies. 2. Repeat words you hear out loud. 3. Shadow sentences from native speakers. 4. Speak out loud every day, even alone. 5. Talk with a partner or online group.
These tips make English feel like your language and help you stop translating. Johnny, fear stops many learners from speaking. Why are people afraid and how can they fix it?
People fear mistakes, like saying, I go store instead of to the store. Or they worry about their accent, thinking, I sound bad. But mistakes and accents are normal.
Yes, even native speakers make mistakes. For example, they might say, I seen it instead of saw it. They keep talking, and so should you. Tip 1. Start small. Say simple sentences like, I like tea, or it's sunny.
Tip 2, practice alone first. Talk in the mirror or record yourself saying, I'm happy today. It's safe because no one judges you and you get used to your voice.
Tip 3. Find kind people. Talk to friends or join online groups who say, good job, not you're wrong. For example, say, hi, I'm learning, to a supportive group.
Tip 4, pretend to be confident. Smile and say, I can do this. For example, say, I like coffee with energy, even if you're nervous. Acting confident helps you feel it.
Tip 5. Focus on communication, not perfection. If people understand your I want water, you're doing great, even if it's not perfect grammar.
Tip 6, keep trying. If you're scared, start with one sentence a day, like, I'm tired. Each time you speak, you get braver.
Let's list these fear-busting tips. 1. Start small with simple sentences. 2. Practice alone in a mirror or recording yourself. 3. Talk to supportive people. 4. Pretend to be confident with a smile. 5. Focus on communication, not perfection. 6. Keep trying every day.
These tips make speaking less scary and more fun. Now let's talk about staying motivated.
Johnny, how can learners stay excited to think and speak in English?
Tip 1, remember your goal. Why are you learning English? For a job, travel, or to watch movies? For example, imagine saying, I'm excited for my trip confidently to a friend.
Yes. Tip 2, celebrate small wins. If you say, I like coffee without translating, say, I did it. Reward yourself with a treat like chocolate or a fun video.
Tip 3, make it fun. Watch funny English cartoons like Peppa Pig or sing songs like Happy. For example, sing I'm happy today to feel excited.
Tip 4, be patient. If you translate sometimes, it's okay. Keep practicing and thinking in English will get easier. For example, say, I'll try again tomorrow if you make a mistake.
Tip 5, track your progress. Write in a notebook, I said 3 sentences today. Seeing your growth keeps you motivated to continue.
Let's list these motivation tips. 1. Remember your goal, like a job or travel. 2. Celebrate small wins with rewards. 3. Make it fun with cartoons or songs. 4. Be patient with yourself. 5. Track your progress in a notebook.
These tips keep you excited to practice every day and stop translating. Wow, Rose, we covered so much in Stop Translating, Start Speaking. Let's recap.
We explained why translating slows you down and makes sentences weird. We shared how your brain learns English with passive and active practice. 6 steps to think in English, 5 listening and speaking tips, 6 ways to beat fear, and 5 motivation tips.
Your challenge, listeners, today say 5 sentences in English without translating. For example, I'm eating lunch. It's sunny. Record yourself or say them out loud, then comment below with one sentence you said.
Final message. You can think and speak in English. Start small, practice daily, and don't fear mistakes. You're closer to fluency than you think, and every step counts.
Thanks for listening to Everyday English with Johnny. Like, share, and subscribe for more tips to master English.
Comment with your challenge sentence or any questions, and check our social media for resources, links in the show notes.
See you next time. Keep speaking, stay confident, and think in English.
Bye everyone. Talk fast and shine.
Bye for now.